I want to start off with this because I feel like it's been forgotten that we are broke and there is a shocking transfer truth. This article was written more or less straight after the Europa League final on the 22nd of May by Simon Stone, the chief news reporter for the BBC. Now, this is not a journalist that goes out there linking us to transfers. This is a journalist in the old school way who, you know, speaks to the club, finds things out. This is really important. There's two big paragraphs here that will explain to you what's going on and the warning sign there. There are a few factors at play that, well, this was from the 22nd of May, by the way, a month ago. It's now the 24th of June. Man United say funds will be available, but what does that mean? There are a few factors at play. Sir Jim Ratcliffe outlined in March that they owe £272 million in outstanding transfer fees, and a significant percentage of which, £156 million, is due this summer. That's terrifying. That is that's money. People start going, we've got loads of money. We've got £100 million. We can spend £200 million. There you go. You know, we owe £156 million in transfers from players we've already bought this summer. But it also goes on to say, the unquantifiable bit is this: the better and faster United sell, the more flexibility they will have to buy. The longer the summer goes on without selling, the less easier it will become to strike deals for the right price, and the potential for mistakes grow. It's almost like a vision of the future. So basically, if we'd gone into this summer transfer window a la Liverpool, sold quickly, we'd have been in a stronger position to be more flexible on what we're offering. But the longer we take to sell, the less easy it becomes to strike deals at the right price, and the potential for mistakes grow. Why is that? Because everybody knows we need to sell to buy, and the more panicked we could become about selling, the more desperate we will become about buying. What are we doing at the moment? We're literally in a deal with Mbeumo that's been going on for 3 weeks and it isn't over. Now, the report tonight is that Mbeumo's offer, Brentford's offer, is 55 million up front with 5 million in add-ons. Brentford are apparently negotiating those add-ons to be more achievable. So we've gone up, factually, from 45 million plus 10 to 55 million plus 5. So Brentford, in the space of 2 weeks, have took us up by 10 million. And this is exactly what that article was talking about before. That if we can't sell quick, we're not in a position to be strong in the window. We're sort of closing the door on the ability to negotiate because as we become more and more desperate later on in the window. Hence, mistakes can start to happen. So, hello everybody, today's clip is supported by Sleeper. Before we dive in, let me tell you a bit more about Sleeper. This app is making serious waves. It was the #1 downloaded sports app in the US during the NFL season, even beating heavyweights such as ESPN and Yahoo. Sleeper isn't just popular, it's because they truly deliver the best fantasy experience. You get deeper customization, more league options, and all the bells and whistles that make managing your fantasy team a blast. But that's not all. Sleeper is growing a fantastic community with several million people using it daily for their sports fix. Sleeper has a broad appeal and is genuinely built for everyone. So, if you're looking to up your fantasy game, make sure to check out Sleeper by clicking the link in the video description. Trust me, you won't regret it. I think it's really important to remember what Ruben Amorim said on more than one occasion before the Europa League final and afterwards. It's going to be very challenging. I think it's important to remember that it's the 24th of June and we've only bought Cunha. I think it's important to remember that we can spend and buy a striker, a goalkeeper, another right back, another midfielder. All of those things can happen, but they can't happen if we don't sell. We've already seen this movie last summer. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, the Glazers, will not buy before they sell. Some clubs will. Some clubs will go, I'm going to buy that player because I know that player is going to get sold by August the 31st. Man United won't. And we proved this before. We wouldn't buy Agate until we got rid of McTominay. We wouldn't buy De Ligt and Mazraoui until we got rid of Wan-Bissaka. We're not going to change. So where we are at the moment, the importance of Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, Garnacho, Onana, Anthony, and any other player we're trying to sell is pivotal to our summer transfer window. So I think it's a harsh reminder of the reality of the situation, is that there is this eagerness, panic, frustration in the United fan base, quite rightly, that we need to be doing what Liverpool are doing. We need to do what Man City are doing. We need to do what Chelsea are doing. We need to be buying, working, and progressing deals in and out in June. The reality is we're not. The only deal we're progressing is Mbeumo. There is no progression on the deals that matter out of the club, and there is no negotiations on a striker or a goalkeeper at this moment in time. And hence, you go back to that article in the BBC Sports section a month ago, and what does it say? Exactly that. If Manchester United can move quickly on sales, they can be more efficient and negotiate good deals. But the longer that takes, the more the panic will set in and the more problematic it becomes. And unfortunately, we are taking our time, and we are sort of over a barrel. And I think Brentford, to be fair, I'm sure when Mbeumo signs, I'm going to be very excited. You're going to be very excited. But if I said to you, who's come out of this deal better? Man United offered 45 plus 10. They've now offered 55 plus 5. Who's had the bigger swing there? 45 million up front and 10 million in add-ons. It's now 55 million up front and 5 million in add-ons. Brentford. They've turned it around. And that's probably because they're willing to wait all summer if we don't want to. May 22nd, United stock was $13.29. Now it's at $19.26 as Mr. Polford. Don't think that really makes a massive amount of difference, mate. Amorim credibility is at stake here. He clearly said that we do not need to sell Bruno to fund players this summer during the Asia tour. I knew somebody was going to mention Bruno. If we'd sold Bruno Fernandes, there would have been a problem because everybody would have known how much money we've got, but we'd be able to buy players. There's no point arguing about the Bruno thing. I can't argue about it. If we'd done that deal, he'd be playing in the Club World Cup. We'd have the 100 million. There was no way that deal with Al Hilal was going to go on into July. It would have been done that week because they wanted him for the Club World Cup. So we'd have had the £100 million at the start of June and would be a lot better negotiating. But the club decided they didn't want to do that. You do have to respect it. Amorim didn't want to do it. Is it possible that United goes bankrupt? No, Bartik, we're not talking about bankruptcy. We're not talking about that. We're just talking about the impact on the summer transfer window, and the inability to sell players is hurting us. Apollo deal and funds from playing in Asia, says Kevin. But Kevin, I haven't got the time or patience to detail absolutely everything. You can pull an Apollo deal out your arse and get us all excited. You can talk about funds from playing in Asia, but we've got to pay £150 million in transfer fees. I can't detail to you, Kevin, when you say, well, there's 10 million coming in from that. That 10 million might have been swallowed up already, you know? So there we go. Bill, I think you're a pointless individual and you're blocked. I could be wrong, but didn't Sir Jim Radcliffe say it was 89 million on existing payment? I thought it was 89, to be fair. I mean, still a lot of money. Would you rather get target number 1 for each position in August or get target... Oh, God. You know what? I am a human being. I'm not an AI robot yet. I mean, sometimes I read a comment and the life drains out of me. Would I rather go for option 1 signings in August or go for option 2 or 3 in July? I mean, in what world is that actually going to happen? Would you rather eat your dog's dinner for tea or eat your cat's? I mean, I'm absolutely trying to talk about relevant stuff, to be honest. Would you rather... I mean, that's Shawshank. Thank you very much. Leon Goldbridge, that's the end of the clip. I'm sure you enjoyed it. In fact, I bet that's the best clip you've ever watched. So there's no reason not to subscribe to the channel. Click the bell icon so you never miss a clip again. In fact, smash a like on the video because we all know only legends like videos and you are all legends. So please smash a like on the video and we will see you again on the next one. Thank you very much for watching as always.